Welcome to Love Science Today, the podcast where we explore modern relationships through psychology, sociology, philosophy, and real human behavior. Here we study attraction, intimacy, boundaries, and emotional safety in the age of digital connection. If you want to understand love on a deeper level, you are in the right place. Let us begin. This episode validates the specific, maddening anxiety of the slow fade and provides a clear, high-value protocol for handling it without losing your dignity. Today's episode is titled, The Slow Fade, When Love Disappears Without a Goodbye. I want to talk about a heartbreak that doesn't happen with a bang. There is no screaming argument. There is no door slamming. There is no "it's over" text. Instead, it happens in a whisper. You're texting. They're responding, but it takes 3 hours instead of 3 minutes. The emojis disappear. The questions stop. You ask to hang out and they say, "Ideally, let me check my week," but they never get back to you. You feel crazy. You think, "Am I imagining this?" They are still technically replying. Maybe they are just busy, but your gut knows something has died, quietly, without a funeral. Welcome back to Love Science Today, where we unpack the science, soul, and subtle signals of modern connection. I'm your host, Kehinde Ojo. Today we are talking about the slow fade. It is the cousin of ghosting, but in many ways it is more painful. It is the dimmer switch approach to breaking up. Let's unpack why people do it, why it triggers such intense anxiety, and how to stop holding on to a connection that has already let you go. Let's define it, because the slow fade thrives on ambiguity. Ghosting is a sudden cutoff. It is a cliff edge. One day they are there, the next day they are blocked. The slow fade is a gradual withdrawal of attention, interest, and investment. It looks like this. Phase 1, high intensity, daily contact. Phase 2, the shift. They stop initiating. They only respond. Phase 3, the gray rock. Their answers become one or two words. Ha ha ha, yeah, cool. Phase 4, the silence. You stop reaching out and you never hear from them again. It is confusing because they are still technically around. They haven't blocked you. They might even watch your Instagram stories. But emotionally, they checked out weeks ago. They are keeping the door cracked open just enough so they don't have to feel guilty about slamming it shut, but not open enough to let you in. Why do people choose this method? It feels cruel, but usually the fader thinks they are being nice. Here are the 4 psychological drivers. 1, the good person, defense, guilt minimization. Most people see themselves as good. Good people don't hurt others. Breaking up with someone directly hurts them. So the slow fader thinks, if I just become boring and unavailable, they will lose interest. Then it will be a mutual breakup, and I don't have to be the bad guy. It is a way to outsource the breakup to you. 2, conflict avoidance. They are terrified of your reaction. They fear you might cry, get angry, or ask why. The slow fade avoids the confrontation. It avoids the why. 3, emotional ambivalence, the hover. Sometimes they aren't sure. They like you enough to keep you as an option, but not enough to commit. They fade back to reserve status. They are keeping you on the bench just in case they get lonely later. 4, emotional immaturity, cowardice. Let's be honest. Sometimes it is just a lack of courage. They lack the skills to say, I don't feel the connection anymore. In all cases, the result is the same. They are prioritizing their comfort over your clarity. I want to validate how this feels, because it often feels like you are losing your mind. Clients describe the slow fade as death by 1,000 small silences. Like trying to hold on to mist. Worse than ghosting, at least ghosting is clear. The slow fade triggers self-doubt. Because they haven't ended it, you blame yourself. Maybe I was too needy. Maybe I should have been funnier in that last text. Maybe they are just stressed at work. This creates hypervigilance. You become obsessed with the phone. You analyze the timestamps. They viewed my story 4 minutes ago, but haven't replied to my text from 4 hours ago. You are living in a state of high alert anxiety, So how do you know if it's a slow fade or just a busy week? Here are the undeniable signs. 1. The initiation ratio flips. In the beginning, it was 50-50. Now you initiate 90% of the contact. If you didn't text them, you wouldn't speak for a week. 2. The tone shift. They used to use exclamation points, emojis, and questions. Now it's periods, no questions. Old text, how was your day? Did that meeting go okay? New text, good. 3. The vague future. When you suggest a plan, let's grab dinner Tuesday, they reply with a non-committal answer. Ideally, let me see how work goes. Maybe, I'm pretty swamped. Note, they never offer an alternative time. 4. The breadcrumbing. They disappear for 3 days, then send a random meme. No conversation, just a meme. This is poking you to make sure you are still on the hook. If you are in the middle of a slow fade, your anxiety is screaming at you to do something. Here is what you must not do. 1. Do not chase clarity with desperation. Sending one text asking, "Is everything okay?" is reasonable. Sending 5 texts asking, "Did I do something wrong?" is self-erasure. When you chase someone who is pulling away, you accelerate their retreat. 2. Do not become their PR manager. Stop making excuses for them. Oh, he's just really overwhelmed with his project. She's just bad at texting. People make time for what they want. Even Barack Obama found time to date Michelle while running a country. They aren't too busy, you just aren't the priority. 3. Do not audition harder. Don't try to be funnier, sexier, or more chill to win them back. You cannot earn someone's interest back once they have decided to withdraw. So how do you handle it? You have 3 options. Option 1, the match, passive. Stop initiating completely. Match their energy. If they take a day to reply, you take a day. If they stop asking questions, you stop. Usually the connection will naturally die within a week. This is the quietest exit. Option 2, the temperature check, direct. If you need to know, ask, but ask from a place of high worth. Script. Hey name, I've noticed the vibe has shifted a bit lately and you seem distant. I value openness, so I just wanted to check in. Are we still on the same page? Or has your interest changed? This gives them an out. It forces them to be honest or to lie directly, which is also an answer. Option 3, the release, internal. You realize they are fading and you decide to let go without saying a word. You realize that lack of effort is an answer. Let's talk about Malika and Marcus. Malika is 28. She met Marcus through mutual friends in London. The first 6 weeks were electric. Daily FaceTime calls. They spent every weekend together. Marcus told her, "I really see this going somewhere." Then week 7 hit. Marcus started a new project at work. The calls stopped. The texts became sporadic. When Malika asked to see him, he said, "I'm just so overwhelmed right now, babe. Bear with me." So Malika waited. She baked him cookies and left them at his door to be supportive. He texted, "Thanks, X." And then nothing for 4 days. Malika was in agony. She thought, "He's overwhelmed, I need to be patient." But on Instagram, he was out with his boys. He was viewing her stories. He wasn't overwhelmed by life. He was overwhelmed by her presence because he had lost interest and didn't have the guts to say it. Eventually, Malika stopped reaching out, and Marcus never texted again. That is the slow fade. It is silence disguised as circumstantial busyness. It hurts. I know it does. But I want to offer a reframe. The slow fade is emotionally lazy, but it is also revealing. It reveals their character. You now know how this person handles discomfort. They avoid it. You now know how they handle conflict. They run from it. Do you want to build a life with someone who cannot have a simple, honest conversation? Imagine being married to a slow fader. Imagine having a crisis with them. They didn't reject you, they disqualified themselves. As Viktor Frankl said, between stimulus and response, there is a space. In that space is our power to choose our response. You get to choose what to do with someone who couldn't choose to honor your presence. Finally, let's talk about closure. You probably won't get it from them. If you text them calling them out, they will likely gaslight you. Whoa, I've just been busy, you're crazy. Closure is an inside job. Closure is telling yourself the truth. They lost interest and didn't respect me enough to say it. Grieving the potential, letting silence be the message. You get to write the ending, and the ending is, I deserve to be communicated with, I deserve clarity, and I am walking away. Thanks for spending this time with me on Love Science today. The slow fade can bruise you quietly, but you're allowed to stop performing CPR on a connection that barely breathes. Next time, we explore the nice guy syndrome, when performative goodness hides resentment and entitlement. Until then, value your energy, honor your clarity, and never mistake ambiguity for affection. This is Love Science Today. I'm Kehinde Ojo. Thank you for listening to Love Science Today. I hope this episode gave you something meaningful to think about. If you learned something, share it with someone who may benefit. Remember that love is not random. It is a pattern you can understand and choose with intention. Join me again for the next episode as we continue exploring the science and soul of real connection. Stay thoughtful, stay open, take care of your heart.